Peace, peace, family. We back with another episode of the TrakBeatz Godcast. I'm your boy TrakBeatz. We got my motherfucking brother Cheno Bliss in the building with us as always. You know what I'm saying? Y'all make sure y'all tap in the Vinegar Hill. You know what I'm saying? Crazy history, a lot of dope merch and content. You know what I'm saying? Stay in tune. Everything is always down below.
Down.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button.
Click.
You know what I'm saying?
Click.
That thumbs up.
Click.
If you can't give it one, give it two.
Do it.
Now.
No.
Don't wait.
No.
Why? No more hesitation.
Help me.
Let's get to it.
Don't hurt me.
So we back, you know what I'm saying? What we about to get into now for this first subject is, I think we want to dig into
Confidence.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people get confidence mixed up with a lot of arrogant shit. You know what I'm saying? So it becomes a time and place where it's hard to distinguish your confidence between your ego and arrogance. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
So I feel like,
What is confidence to you?
to me, confidence is belief in myself. You know what I'm saying? Me believing in myself, believing in the things I do, you know, just believing in the things I wear, you know, believing in the things I say. That's what I would take confidence as, you know, just really believing on a scale, you know, and if I take that scale of belief, it's gonna be like 90%, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So my belief system and what I do, that's what carries my confidence, you know what I'm saying? So like, I grew up playing basketball, you know what I'm saying? So if somebody that never seen me play basketball talk to me about basketball, I'm gonna sound pretty confident because I played basketball. I have the experience, I have the knowledge, and I know I'm nice on the court, you know what I'm saying? So that's where it comes from, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I would relate it as far as for me, you know what I'm saying? Would you?
I agree, and I think it's also important to note that belief doesn't necessarily have to be fact. Belief is something that you wholeheartedly believe in your spirit and in your experience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good way.
Yeah, so I just thought that was important to point out too, but I agree 100%.
Yeah, definitely doesn't have to be a fact, so. But
Yeah.
it's like these jewelries, you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously it's trending now, but before this thing used to be a trendy thing, you know what I'm saying? So the people that wear them and that used to wear them, they had built up confidence, you know what I'm saying? They didn't feel like they needed actual, you know, some real gold or some real platinum or some real silver, you know what I'm saying? They knew that these gemstones, you know what I'm saying, they vibrate, they come with energy too, you know what I'm saying?
I like that you said that because I personally, because you know, I make music too, I'm an artist, mainly rap. So there was a point years ago where I did buy jewelry because it seemed like the thing to do.
Yeah.
And I like jewelry. So I was buying gold jewelry. I had about I had about almost $3,000 worth of jewelry just wearing it. And then I just kept walking around like, you got $3,000 on your neck. You got $3,000 on your neck. And the more I said it, I was just like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what are you really doing? Like,
yeah.
But then I started realizing that crystals are jewelry too. Gems, sapphire, crystals, rubies, emeralds, all those things are jewelry too. And gold has vibrational properties. So now I want to use the gold for a purpose rather than just for vanity.
Yeah.
And I want to put crystals in it because I have confidence in their meaning.
And that was the purpose of this piece right here, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you had that choco pyrite, boy.
Yeah.
I mean that pyrite.
The pyrite. I need to get another one, but then that's the only reason why I got just this one gold necklace. You know, I got my daughter one gold bracelet, just one piece, you know, to accessorize and to symbolize with. And on a human scale, you know, it adds value to you. You know what I'm saying? So when you know your value, this doesn't add it for you, it adds it for other people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when I know my value, I don't need this shit. You know what I'm saying? This don't fucking cost a lot of shit, but you know, this one costs a little something, but I don't need this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still have that value in myself. But when people look at me and get that first perception, you know, they have to perceive everything all at once. My energy, my aura, and my physical being.
That made me think of how I see some people and I see them wearing jewelry, and then I look at some people and I see their jewelry wearing them.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like some people put on jewelry and you like, dang man, like that looks good on you, or that really compliments you. And then some people you just see the jewelry.
That's just like clothes. A lot of people go out and buy a name brand and they don't wear the name brand. The name brand wears them. You know what I'm saying? It's this way with everything. You know what I'm saying? So you have to figure out how to build your belief system within you. You know what I'm saying? So, and then you have to be willing to stand on it, because that's where the confidence comes from.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, for us to be able to sit up here and do this, we have to have confidence in our knowledge and information that we bring in and putting on the table. You know what I'm saying? So, some people can get up here and just talk some shit, but we organic, so I don't look at shit from an organic aspect. You know what I'm saying? So, when we communicate over here, we thinking of other beings and spirits operating on their highest frequency. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like we don't plan any of this. This is all off the top. This is all universal knowledge. This is all from experience. You know what I mean? Awareness and consciousness. And confidence, for me, it was something that I had to build up, because I used to identify with the physical. So every idea I had of confidence went for my physical. You know what I mean? My mind, my body, how people perceived it in relation to how theirs was. You know what I mean? Like,
when you say that, I was pretty confident in my physical. I always told her I was cute little growing up, or I would be fine getting older, blah, 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 from all the girls. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? But from peers, I wasn't as confident in my own skin. If that makes any sense. You know, I got... When it was time for friends and shit to talk shit and make jokes and make fun of each other, my skin was usually the main topic, you know what I'm saying? I guess because it was nothing else that they was going off of besides my skin and my 5-head. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But that was something that they joked about. They made it fun. I would joke back with them too, but that was something that bothered you. That I realized that I had to get comfortable in my own skin. You know what I'm saying? I was younger. I was outside more, so my skin was darker. I'm a little bit lighter now. I'm still dark, but lighter than I was. You know what I'm saying?
Even with you saying that, like, I was always a little husky. I was never really fat. Yeah. I was just like husky and chubby, but my peers would call me, women, the girls love me. They didn't care. I got more girls when I was husky. You know what I mean? But like you said, my peers, the dudes, they would call me fat.
Yeah.
So, I mean, really, I just got into shape. I just came to the term probably about a month and a half ago. Like, I had body dysmorphia. I would look in the mirror and I'd be like, damn, I'm fat. All I had was just a little shit in stomach. But it's just like, that was the reflection that I felt like the world had of me from the people that was close to me. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, it's my opinion against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 motherfuckers' opinion. So I'm like, shit, am I right or what? Like, you know what I mean?
And I realized once it came to my complexion and the jokes, as far as my looks, I'm a man. I'm not supposed to be that goddamn concerned with being pretty any goddamn ways. You know what I'm saying? I'm supposed to be confident in my shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm getting too pretty and trying to outdo my person, then that's when I think I'm being a little arrogant. That's not really confident. You know, the females are supposed to carry the beauty. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I feel like in my world. You know what I'm saying? The bigger aspect in life. Even if you look at nature, you know what I'm saying? Like, the lions, the females is constantly grooming themselves. You got the peacocks who constantly grooming and doing different things. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always the females who are looking to perfect their outside look. You know what I'm saying? Not the men.
So, like, what are some ways that you would work on your confidence back in way back when you needed to? You know what I mean?
As far as like the complexion thing?
Yeah, because I mean, you talk about the 5 head and the complexion. You know what I mean?
Oh, any shit I can do. That motherfucker is still 5.
Look, you done picked up the set and everything. You like, yeah, you know what it is.
I'm Gucci though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm Gucci. I understand me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and as far as my complexion, like, that's something that we don't have no control over. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing that the system put in place. So it's like, for me to keep feeding that shit, like, come on now, nigga, grow the fuck up. Like,
yeah,
I had to grow the fuck up. And plus, once I moved out of New York, it wasn't no more talk of that shit, because then it was like, this is predominantly white. You get some niggas, you know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, true. With me, man, like, because I used to communicate with dominantly females over males, so I would see within the interactions that the more they like you as a person, they don't care what you look like anyway. It don't even matter. Like, it really don't matter. And then with me personally, depends on your character and how good of a person you are. You can be fine as hell on the outside, but you can be ugly as fuck to me. You know what I mean?
So how do we distinguish real confidence from faking?
In general?
Yeah, in general.
Real confidence to me is somebody doing when it feels and appears like they're doing what they genuinely would like to do for themselves, no matter what's going on. That's the best way I can really put it.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's really no way to, unless you know somebody personally, know what's going on with them in their life or internally, to really read them that deeply. So I go off of feelings. Like, even if I don't like what somebody's doing, if I'm just like, is this person doing this for attention, or are they doing it because they want to do it? If they're doing it because they want to do it, I'm just like,
yeah.
If I wanted to do it, would I do it? Yeah, fuck it. Like, what can I say? Like, I don't feel like hearing this shit right now, but if I felt like dancing and fucking being loud or obnoxious, I do it. I do it sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I guess it also depends on what level you're on too. You know what I'm saying? I guess at the level I'm on now, like bro was saying, to feed off, I want to be able to feel that confidence from you. You know what I'm saying? But that also comes with time. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
yeah, it do.
You wouldn't be able to tell from meeting somebody right off the rip if you're not an in-tune person, or if you don't know yourself. You know what I'm saying? We know ourselves very well, and we're still growing and learning ourselves even better. You know what I'm saying? So I can speak for us. We can distinguish that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a lot easier for us to distinguish that shit. You know what I'm saying? But for some, it may take you a couple interactions with that being or with that scenario. You know what I'm saying? For you to figure out if it's actual confidence or if it's a fake or front. You know what I'm saying?
That is true. Cause I was sitting here as you were talking, I was thinking one thing that when I look at people and I be like, cause you're right, you got to give it some time. But one thing that triggers me is consistency of character. If I can see in video and music or just in interactions with people that you've had, or when I see you, your character's consistent, I'm just like, okay, this is probably a confident and true person to themselves.
Yep. So when you being true to yourself and you being confident, you don't have to prove nothing to anyone, you know, because your being is gonna show for itself. You know what I'm saying? Whether the universe shows you physically or spiritually, or them themselves, you know, so they can see themselves physically or in the spiritual world. Some people would go over their head in their spiritual world because they don't really know themselves. So they be like, oh, I missed it. I know. You got to work a little bit harder. You know what I'm saying? So,
how do you distinguish ego and from confidence?
Ego is always loud.
Yeah.
And the ego, like an eagle, is going to be higher. You know?
Yeah.
So, I haven't really ran into no egos that's not loud. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a good ego or a bad ego.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
They're always loud.
Yeah.
Have you ran into one quiet ego?
Now you just gave me an epiphany. Don't you see? I've been shaking my head since you said it. I'm going through my head.
Well,
I
wasn't thinking of it until you said it just now, so it literally just came on the spot. And I'm like,
yeah.
They all loud.
Yeah.
It's loud. So for me, that's usually a sign.
Even internally within myself. my ego is loud. Because that's how I perceived it when you first said it. Like when I'm sitting here and I'm just like, I'm having my internal dialogue, and also, I'm not sure. What do you think about this? I feel like the ego always says I rather than just saying what needs to be said. Like, nah, I don't do that. Nah, I'm gonna do it like this. You know what I mean?
Wow. But then saying that, then it gets me thinking, like, what is the ego? What is the ego? Because if the ego is saying I, isn't that I saying I? So,
remember when we were talking and we was just like, yo, once I'm acquainted with somebody, I don't necessarily have to address them.
Yeah.
Especially if I'm, in the way I think about it, if I'm talking to myself, I'll be like, nah, I don't do that. I'd be like, I might. You're right. And that's why I be conflicted, but I feel my ego using words like that against me, I should say.
Yeah. It's almost like they came up with the word ego to split our personalities right away.
And yeah.
Because now that when you said it, and you saying I, well, I say I. So how do I separate the ego from I?
It's a part, I believe.
I
believe.
I want to sit the ego over here and then put me over here, but I don't think that is.
The thing is, I believe the ego is a part of it. I believe just like we are not solely just out here just preaching light all the time. The world is darkness, so we're bringing people to light because it's solely darkness out here.
And we've been through some darkness too.
Yeah, we lived in it. It's second nature here, so we balance it with the light, like, and that's what most of the world is. But yeah, ego is necessary. Like, it's necessary. It just should not run you, and you shouldn't identify with just
when I think of ego, I think of the word damaged. I don't know why, but for some reason, that word. Maybe it's just that vibration. Damage.
When I think
maybe it's that, because egos is kind of like, it's almost like something was bruised or hurt. You are like putting so much force into lifting it and flying so much higher than everything else in your spirit world or everybody else in the physical world.
When I think of ego, and this is all epiphanies that we're getting as we're speaking. When I think of ego, I think of your emotion going wherever you direct it. Like, it's all how you feel. It's all what you prefer. It's all personalized. You know what I mean?
I could perceive that perspective. But see, then that's still, all of that still plays a part into confidence. You know what I'm saying? So, like, some people truly are confident and believe in themselves, and some people have to use the ego to push or boost. Whatever word or analogy we want to put on it, you know what I'm saying? We know it's that extra oomph or something, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It is equated to higher, you know what I'm saying, above.
And even when you're saying whatever word we put on it, like, you're absolutely right, because optimism to me is partly ego. Like, your life is obviously this way right now, and you're trying not to look at it to see better results and, like, reap in better results. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, so all that shit goes head to head. Everything is perspective, you know what I'm saying? Everything is for perspective. Nothing is to say, hey, shoot this way. It's for perspective, you know what I'm saying? So if you didn't have a perspective, or if you just needed some guidance on a perspective, but definitely, you know what I'm saying, confidence is a big booster in everything, you know what I'm saying? As long as you believe in yourself, you know what I'm saying, that drive is gonna come eventually, whether it comes right now or it comes fucking 6 months to 5 years, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes for us, we have people around us who can help push us, you know what I'm saying? So if you're already a confident person, they're gonna boost your confidence even higher, you know? But if you're self-aware, you're gonna maintain that word ego, you know what I'm saying? Because the eagles land. They're not always flying. They do land. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they balance each other, man, your confidence and your ego. The more I'm sitting here talking about it, because there's times where I'm confident for a stint, there's times where I'm egoic for a stint, and I can compare and contrast my behavior and emotions in each one and balance myself out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, the balance is necessary. And another thing with the confidence, like, even I could think back And I like using life experiences. I always feel like we are all the best teachers of our life experiences, you know, especially if you are someone that's growing and self-aware. You know what I'm saying? But like, even for me with confidence, like when I separated from my old relationship before I started my relationship with the mother of my child, like I just knew I wasn't gonna cut my hair no more. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say I was gonna lock it up. I just knew I needed new energy, new vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like I was sitting in this situation, or I put myself in a situation, blah, blah, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Now it's time for a new shift. So I just started growing it. But through the growing process, I wasn't twisting it or doing all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I was going through a rough patch in life. You know what I'm saying? Like baby on the way, all kind of shit going on. You know what I'm saying? Moving out of state, like trying to restart and form over the whole time. You know, this shit isn't formulated still up here.
That was representative.
So this was still helping with my confidence. I'm in the city, I'm rough as fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I gotta go out there and do this shit, you know what I'm saying? I realized it wasn't about my image necessarily, you know what I'm saying? It was just about me believing in myself and having the confidence to do it. Yeah, I can look in the mirror and see this, and you may look at me and see this, but you're not gonna feel this and get that when you interact with me.
Yeah, when you said the rough stages, that remind me of when you first getting locks and them jumps, boy. I don't even know. You look like Dave Chappelle from Nutty Professor up there.
Yeah.
Bro, you just be looking. I don't even know what to call it. Just not attractive.
Yeah,
struggling, boy.
So you gotta have a little bit more self-confidence in yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And some people got self-confidence, some people got the fuck it. I guess it's all the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, it's the confidence and the ego. Ego like, fuck it, what I'm gonna do?
It's all the same thing.
Yeah.
So with me doing that, and then once it got twisted, and it finally started growing, I was just glad it was just out of that phase. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know, I ain't lock it up to like 3 years after growing it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how long I waited. Like that was not the objective. And then when I finally did it, then this thing started getting its own compliments itself. You know what I'm saying? It brought its own universe with it.
Oh yeah, that energy, boy.
All these chakras are aligned. You gotta align all of them. And that's the current flow. You know what I'm saying? That shit gonna lift your confidence to the roof.
Boy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro lost his nose ring. And y'all look back on a couple old episodes, y'all see him up there shining and twisting and turning, trying to put it up there.
Trying to get the bling up in the chump. Like,
make sure you get the right angle.
Where the light at.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But even that was me. I was transitioning from my spirit, trying to identify with my body, to like being balanced within my body, mind, and spirit. That was like my mind and my spirit trying to figure out how do I identify or be within the body.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I just wasn't used to that. I didn't know how to do it. And, you know, I just got around people that naturally are like that. Track, other people that are around, guests, you know what I mean? And that's what I embodied.
Yeah, you did a good job with that shit, too.
Appreciate it, brother.
But on that note, we're going to cut to this break and we're going to slide back to y'all.
Sure.
Yeah. So we back from the break, you know what I'm saying? So what we about to get into next, you know what I'm saying, is what is your price? What is your price? What is your price?
Well, I can't be bought. Most people price is money. I'm gonna take that back. Unconditional love is my price. I'm gonna take that back. Unconditional love is my price.
That is a good one.
That's my price. Most people is money.
Yeah, most people is money. That was a great one. That was a good whip around. Whip that bitch around.
I saw myself up there. I was like, give it back, nigga.
Got another piece for you. That was a good one. Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Love, that is a hell of a price, and a lot of people don't want to pay that price.
Unconditional love, not just love.
Yeah, unconditional love.
Yeah, because you can love me and then that shit turn into hate, because that's one and the same. It's one and the same, like.
But what is your cost, though? You know, when people don't know what love is or how to give it, and when they only saw it, what is your cost boils down to. What is your price, which boils down to money. That dollar, you know what I'm saying? So like a lot of people do things in life because they want to, because they enjoy doing it, they love doing it, and then some people solely do things for the price, you know what I'm saying? And then some people will do things for you for the price and expect something in return, you know what I'm saying? So then you really didn't even know that you had a price on you.
Yeah, boy.
You know what I'm saying? It's like somebody just, you know, you've been at Walmart and everybody goes to Walmart. Somebody slip a tag off of one toy or one item and try to slide another tag on there to change the price and go to the register. You know what I'm saying? And be like, nah, this was on here already.
Yeah, you gotta honor that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Some people actually aren't even aware that their price, they really don't even want money. They want comfortability. They want security. They want to be in charge all the time. They want power. You know what I mean? Control. Yeah, like
Control, motherfucker.
But you can get most of that with money. And that's how they see most people getting it.
And the twist plot comes in at is when you in relationships, or you're not even in a relationship, you just, well, anytime you're dealing with somebody, it's a relationship. I'ma just say that if we gotta get past this stigma that is either all or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Relationships on all different fucking levels, okay?
Yes.
So with that being said, when you're in a relationship with somebody and they buying you shit, it's sad that you're gonna have to ask or say no, because it's gonna be something weird expected in return for that. You know what I'm saying? It's not that it's just coming from a genuine place. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like they're putting a price on you and you didn't even know.
You wanna know what's funny? If a relationship that I have, I know it's on that level, I will set the tone with buying stuff without wanting anything in return. And the level of stuff bought. Just to set the tone is to be like, this is how I get down. I just thought about you. You know what I mean? Like, I was just here, just thought about you. You know what I mean? Maybe it's your birthday. I like surprising people. I set the tone. Like, this is what's expected. This is the minimal level of this relationship that we have. You know what I mean?
And even if, you know, I give you something, like, I wouldn't say it's coming as a price. It's just coming from me, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not expecting nothing in return back from it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not going to take it back if something happens in between the process. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, man. Like, I don't understand, as someone who is self-aware, the concept of trying to hold on to something that is mistreating you or does not want you, or you feel that is mistreating you or doesn't want you. I don't understand that.
A lot of people have grown and we were shown, you know, that the toxic, you know, relationship. So for us, trauma bonding was very easy to see and to be a part of. You know what I'm saying? Every show you watch is about drama and gossip, you know, so. And then we see it and we kind of indulge as, you know, adolescents before we start being able to really make our own decisions ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Then we have a choice whether we continue into it or not, but that comes with the price. You know, not the physical dollar, but that comes with a price.
I will say that me being the youngest in my family, as well as me finding ways to support myself so that I have a lot of free time, I realized years ago that it gives me a lot more time to self-reflect. So like when you say that, and I may feel sometimes, hey, I'm 30 and I had this when I was 26. I'm 30, I had this when I was 28.
Yeah.
A lot of people are out here working, you know, every single day, 40 hours a week, 50 hours a week. They got kids, they got family, they got internal issues they got to deal with. They don't have that time to self-reflect internally to get to a certain place as quick as I may have.
But then you got some people who out here who grown ass people who still was privileged enough that they don't have to pay any bills, you know. They don't have to worry about a vehicle because their parents has got them one or taking care of it and all of that shit. You know, you got a lot of privileged motherfuckers out here too that's not taking full advantage, you know, in abusing situations, you know, for the wrong cause, you know. So it's like, for me, it's like what we were saying earlier, you know what I'm saying? If I'm going to do something for you, I'm doing it because I genuinely and organically want to. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm doing it. You don't have to do shit back. You don't have to give shit back. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you reciprocate it, cool. You know what I'm saying? That's love. If not, ain't no love lost because I wasn't expecting anything. You know what I'm saying? I did this because I wanted to. If I go out and shoot a nigga music video for free, that shit is because I wanted to. I ain't telling this nigga, oh, you gotta come through me for every music video. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If I get niggas some free beats, it ain't like, yo, you gotta come to me for every beat, nigga. You know,
I get you for free.
I don't never want to see you rapping on nobody's shit, nigga. Like, come on now. Like, people do shit like that. Like, if I give my shorty something, you know what I'm saying? If I was in one, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna fucking take that shit back, you know what I'm saying? And like, that's yours. Like, I gave it to you. You don't gotta worry about me getting upset and be like, oh, would I get you this? And then I'm gonna take this. Oh, fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? I gave it to you. It got that energy attached to it. Take it.
I believe that's the difference between love and unconditional love. Because I can love you and you can do something and I can be like, damn, yo, I'll punch somebody else in the face that did that shit. But since I love you unconditionally, no matter what happens, I'm not going to do that to you. I'm going to work this out better. But if I love you, if I just love you, I might hit you because I care so much and you hurt me. You know what I mean? Like, that unconditional, that condition that's on the love, or the fact that you made it known that no matter what, that unconditional part, that's
long as they growing, that's where it gets tricky with unconditional, because it has to be like a continuance of growing. If it's not a continuance, then it's just a motherfucker putting you through some shit. You know what I'm saying? That's coming at the wrong cost.
In my perspective, if the love is unconditional, you loving me the way I'm loving you.
Yeah.
That's what. Cause it's just like, yo, no matter what, like, that's what love is, yo. I care about you, you care about me. We're making it clear that we're making a choice to do this, whatever it is that we're doing. Like, no matter, hey, I got this going on, hey, I got all this going on in my life, but I'm choosing to make time and I'm choosing to work this out, no matter what level of energy I got, or I'm choosing to let you know I don't got the energy to work this out, rather than just being like, man, I got shit going on, but I'm gonna let you know later. But I wouldn't let this dude on the street know anything.
Well, the fucked up thing is that what that shit is too, is like when you got them weird situations where people will spend money and then automatically assume that they can ask you anything and you have to answer, or they can do anything and it's okay.
In my mind, I just want to. Do you think people like this were raised that way, where they were giving money and just pretty much dictated what to do because they were giving money and that's how they know love?
Yeah, but I wouldn't say that's knowing love. I would just say that's how you move around through relationships. Like, that shit ain't got nothing to do with love.
What you think they may perceive that as love?
That shit got to do with control.
Without question. In reality.
Yeah.
But in their perspective, do you think they may interpret that as love because that's how they learned it?
I think I could say yes to that. And also with the stigmas that's out here now, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Okay, here's a textbook. here's the girl, here's the guy. This says relationship, okay? That's the title.
Yeah.
And then this man does this and this girl does this, okay? These are the do's for the man. These are the do's for the girl. These are the don'ts for the girl. These are the don'ts for the man. Like, you can't come to somebody organic with a pamphlet like that. Unless it's from the fucking universe. You could take that pamphlet and you could shove that shit right up your ass. I'm trying to tell you, that shit don't flow like that. Like, if you ain't putting in that work on your table, then don't expect people to overcompensate. You know what I'm saying? And you can't expect to dictate and control people with that concept. And a lot of people dictate concepts with that shit. Like, I don't like that shit. Like, I know people gonna do whatever the fuck they gonna do anyways. It don't matter to me, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, as far as me over here and then the ones around me, I keep everybody's perspective open. Like, if that's always the case that, oh, well, cheat, then, I mean, we learned that cheating was in a game. I mean, that's how I learned. Like, you cheat on a test. Like, something you ain't really taking serious. You know what I'm saying? The games aren't really that serious. You cheat on it. Get the cheat codes. You know what I'm saying? Tests, they ain't that serious. Go cheat on them. You know what I'm saying? Like, relationships is supposed to be deeper than that. So they already got you thinking game.
And I think, as we're sitting here talking, like, some people, you can kind of tell what level people identify with themselves on with the things that bother them. Because some people get mad just because you talk to somebody. Like, conversating. Yeah. So that's a mental person. Some people get mad because you get emotion, you know what I mean, and have sex. And that's a motherfucking physical person. That's a body. You know what I mean?
It's weird to me to be like, to have a female, to have her not interact with no males. You know what I'm saying? I ain't said you gotta be fucking everybody, but to just not have you interact with no males, that just don't even sound right. So, like, to think that I would just not interact with no female shouldn't even sound right. But because the concepts is so low, you know what I'm saying, that the price is shitty. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and even if you did live by the concepts and your confidence was high enough, you would be like, this concept isn't even logical. This doesn't even make sense. You get what I'm saying?
It doesn't, because that's why most of the longest lasting relationships had to break that fucking concept.
Yeah.
Or you could just say they just broke the rules and they did it their way, you know? So, you don't see people together 30, 40, 60 years, you know what I'm saying? Because they ain't put that work in, or they didn't go through some obstacles, or they didn't figure out their balance. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
this relationship ain't the same as that relationship.
And the thing is with balance, outside of the social constructs, because that's what we're talking about, balance is this. I'm a person, whoever I'm in a relationship, whether it's a friendship, relationship, they're a person. I need my interpersonal balance. They need their interpersonal balance, so we can have an interpersonal balance with whatever we build. You know what I mean? It's not just you just meet somebody and you just be like, oh, we just supposed to be balanced together. It's two different people in one unity. That's not a real physical even thing. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, we just, like you said.
To me, being where I'm at spiritually, that's at the wrong price. You know? Like, that's at the wrong price.
What's at the wrong price?
That is, you know what I'm saying? My values are higher, so to just settle for all of these, you know, basic concepts without even like a conversation and some kind of open perspective, you know, and some kind of understanding, you just keep feeling like these concepts are right and you want to keep pushing them. Like, I don't want to pay that price, you know what I'm saying? So I know what that comes with, you know, that comes with a more unhealthy lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? Like, hurts you financially. Shit, it hurts you fucking mentally, spiritually. And once your chakras get on the line, a lot of shit start going all over the place.
And I mean, I believe that shows lack of balance. If you just see a concept, or you see a doctrine or something to subscribe to, and you just be like, okay, no matter what's going on with this other person or myself, since we are this other title, we need to subscribe to it. That shows you that you're not balanced within yourself. Like, if you're balanced and this person is not balanced, or any combination of that, then you shouldn't even want to be in a union with somebody, let alone call yourself that. You know what I mean?
And what I realized is, for me, like, being in those weird situations, that last night I realized, like, just thinking about it, like, I realized why I can manage through these shits that I put myself through sometimes, because I lived in prison for 3 years. So I was forced to be around certain energies, you know what I'm saying, and deal with certain energies, like, whether I wanted to or not, you know what I'm saying. There wasn't no checking in and going. I mean, you could check in and go into the hole, but I wasn't one of them kind of niggas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It was the highest stakes. It's life or death.
Yeah, so you maneuver.
Yeah. Period. People, look, it's life or death out here, but it's life or death. It's a different life or death when you locked in motherfucking anywhere. It's a different life or death. It's completely different. It's one that I don't know, and I know it's different. So that's how different that shit is.
But what's crazy is that shit was, I got out at the end of 2009. It's 21 now, you know what I'm saying? So it's been a long time. My spiritual path has been crazy since, you know, everything, you know, even. But I was just saying that to say, like, the connections in between knowing the cost and the price I'm willing to pay, you know what I'm saying? Like, I won't allow that kind of control over me, you know what I'm saying? Like, unless you're showing me something or taking me in a better direction, I don't want to pay the cost of what it's going to take to constantly do things that way, you know what I'm saying?
And to make it clear, at least for me, a lot of times you gonna have to pay before you realize that you're not gonna pay no more.
Yeah.
Or you don't got a price.
Yeah.
That's how you realize you don't got a price, if you weren't taught when you were raised that what your price is, or that you don't have a price. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I learned that through experience through the last one, so I know going through whatever. And when you run into people, you know, just anything in life, you know what I'm saying, you just gotta know the cost and the price that someone is maybe willing to put on you.
And that's also a good way, if you don't have an idea of, like, how can I begin to have an idea of what my value may be, your experiences and what you gain from them, like how you came out through them, like what you aim for yourself. Like, that's a big part of your value.
Yeah, you gotta be constantly adding that to yourself.
Yeah, and if you believe in the stuff that you've done and the stuff that you've added, that's a big part of where your confidence comes in.
Yeah.
You're like, I know what I've been through. I know what I can teach you. I see where you at.
That's why it's hard to budge and move me and put your own prices on me, and to get me to maneuver with other spiritual contracts that I know I didn't sign up for. You know what I'm saying? So, like, putting the time and the research in to knowing myself was the best price I could have ever paid for anything. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
that. Yeah, I got a lot of experiences, but that shit alone.
When you realize how much time you put into knowing everybody else, that's when you truly start to look into yourself. That's when it hits you. You be like, damn, I'm trying to figure out where this musician from, they process, who this girl, is she interested in me, what they talking about me, whatever's going on everywhere. When you realize that you worried about everything but yourself, or you worried about yourself last or least, that's when you start looking into yourself.
Yeah, and that's the worst kind of relationship to pay the price to deal with too. Is somebody who always worried about the next motherfucker. Bitch, get your shit straight. The fuck you worried about everybody else outside the relationship and y'all shit not together? That shit don't make no goddamn sense to me. I don't even like being a part of that shit. I don't even want to hear the shit. Like,
yeah,
if you ain't working, shut the fuck up about everybody else outside the relationship.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. That's all you gotta do. It's pretty fucking simple. I guarantee you, the more you stop thinking about everybody else outside the relationship, it's gonna automatically put your focus on yourself, but you're scared to focus on yourself.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to pay that price. You're gonna have to pay that price. I'm trying to tell you. Eventually you're gonna have to pay that price. If you don't, it's gonna be an unhappy space. I'm trying to tell you. There's some people who live in that space, but I'm just saying in general, like,
you wanna know the weirdest thing is you don't realize that you're scared to look at yourself until you literally hit that wall where you realize you're scared to look at yourself. Like, your mind is so crafty at finding ways to avoid that shit and tuck it, but when that shit hits you, you be like, oh,
when you
shit.
when you say that, it's just like back to my situation, you know.
Yeah.
It hit me.
It hit you.
I don't have health issues and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Some people don't go through prison or jail or through detentions or through like all these other things. Some people end up in the hospital. You know, health issues.
Dis-ease.
You know what I'm saying?
Dis-ease from being dis-eased.
Oh, that's
so
a good
long.
one. I didn't know
Yo,
that.
words are spells, bro. You put all that. That's where the ego, the emotion going. Like,
yeah, I know, but that was a new
all
one
that.
to the catalog.
Even emotion is energy in motion, bro. Like, all of that shit, bro.
Ooh, that was a good one. That was a new one in the catalog.
Okay, let me get some.
Yeah, I appreciate that, brother, man. Yes. That was a good one. Yes, it is. So, for some people, they could think, oh, I ain't doing nothing to get locked up. It don't matter. The hospitals are always open.
Yeah.
24 hours. 24 hours. 24 hours. I'm trying to tell you, your health is wealth.
Yeah. Yeah. When I came into my body, I just came into my body probably about 3.5, 4 months ago. Start checking into my health. I've been fixing my body for 3.5, 4 months. I've been working on it. It ain't like my shit was fucked up. I'm healthy, but it's the minor details. It's just like a car. There's so much shit going on in there.
So
you can't just pay attention to the knee.
Yeah. You can't. You can't. I mean, you can, but you do it if you want to.
Yeah.
I guarantee you're going to tweak something else.
Yeah. It's the internals, man.
Yeah.
All that internal stuff.
That dis-ease still got me. That was a good one.
That's what it is, bro.
Because motherfuckers always be saying, yo, I don't do nothing get looked up. I'm a law-abiding citizen.
Yeah, man,
That's cool. You can law-abide all you want to, but it ain't got nothing to do with your choices on that law-abiding food you're picking to eat. That law-abiding shit you're listening to.
Yeah. Your law-abiding zip code that you in.
Yeah.
Really, that's all it really matters. It really, that don't even matter no more.
No.
Your zip code, that's, hey, bro, if it ain't no area that makes a decent amount of money for whatever place you live in, you might as well consider yourself in danger.
Yeah.
By the police and everybody else
Big
that
facts.
you might have a problem with. That's why when people get shot on the main streets, they be like, how did he get shot there? He's on Saks Fifth. How did he do that? You be like, what's different from Saks Fifth and any other street?
They be forgetting. Guns still work. They guns don't stop working once they get out there. I promise you.
Straight up. They're gonna be like, oh, we on Saks
He killed
Fifth.
the police? His gun works.
Nah, yeah.
Everybody gun not broke. You know what I'm saying? Everybody trigger finger not broke. So,
Yeah, everybody don't got something to live for.
and some people are just willing to stand and willing to go.
It's so many different
Yeah,
variables.
no,
That's
it
what I'm
is.
saying. That's what we saying. That's why you gotta be conscious and self-aware out here, boy.
Have to. Or you gonna be at
Know your
dis-ease.
place, boy. You don't need to go to that party just because you want some attention. You know what I mean? Shorty, homie, you don't need to go get no shoes. You don't need to go wear that chain. Like
You don't need to go through that phone.
You don't need to go through that phone.
If you think about going to that phone, I mean, you need to think about working on yourself. You need to think about working on all of the above for all of the above.
Every time I ever look at my shorty phone, not even look through it, just look at the phone from a distance, I'll be like, check yourself, brother.
Yeah, no.
Check yourself, brother. Get it together. We're not saying you just wake up every day
self-aware.
So yeah, you gotta be aware to check yourself and conscious, bro. Like you can be aware and just see it and be like, oh, I noticed this. Because, bro, you have to be able to not be a hypocrite.
Yeah.
Like
I gotta get
real.
my shit together. I gotta get my shit together,
bro. Like. Dudes think that shit. Dudes, even they don't matter. Your shorty can read the Bible every day. You be like, what she doing at church when I ain't up in that motherfucker?
And the thing is, it's like, it depends on what you doing on your time. See, me, I know I be in my space. I know I could be on this computer working on some motherfucking edits and doing that shit over here in the laptop or fucking doing the computer and the game. You know what I'm saying? So, for me, it's like when I think about people in their own space now, it's like, shit, you probably are in your own space. You know what I'm saying? My thoughts aren't automatically like over here bullshitting. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and that's something within.
I ain't willing to pay that cost to put my energy over there.
And that's something within me that I was confident, because confidence can go for, hey, something positive or something that you know you need to work on too.
Yeah.
I always know what I need to work on. Like, if I'm just like, all right, man, like, you're not that comfortable in this area. You know what I mean? You're not that comfortable in front of people doing this. I need to work on that. Like, confidence also rolls into that, too.
All of the above. But on that note, we're going to cut to this break, and we're going to slide back to y'all.
Yeah. And we back. Back from the break, man.
You already know.
Yo, I was sitting here thinking, man, about respect and the levels of such.
RESPECT finds out what it means to me. RESPECT.
You know that's what we do. We don't know the words. Come on, man.
It's like a bad boy song.
Yeah.
What you gonna do when it come for you? Oh shit.
Okay, look at this level of respect.
We respect each other.
We're in synchronicity, man. Like, I can go follow his lead, he can follow mine. I trust where he gonna take me. He trusts where I'm gonna take him. You know what I mean? Like, that's a deep level of respect.
Definitely, that was a great way of putting it. Because if I respect somebody on a high level, then I'm gonna trust your decision making more, and I'm gonna be more willing to follow. You know, whatever the situation may be. You know, but I can respect you on a lower level, but still not trust your decision making.
Yeah, I call that common decency. You just like, I'm allowing you to be a human.
Yeah, you can be a human, but look, I'll show you decency, but you're not gonna lead me.
Yeah,
you know, I respect you enough to tell you that, hey, you're not leading. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless you're taking me and us, this team, wherever, to a better, higher position, no.
Yeah, that's very important, man, because that people tell you, yo, respect everybody the same. Yes, that's true generally. You know, when you walk outside, you know, walk past somebody, you don't give them enough space, there's not enough space, say excuse me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you bump somebody, say excuse me, be polite, say thank you, maybe hold a door or something. That's
common decency.
That's the basic level of respect that you should have generally. But then you get into relationships, and then people have more liberties.
Yeah.
You know, depending on the relationship, friendships, there's level of friendships. You know, you got associates, you got friendships, you got business relationships that you may think of as friendships. You got relationships, you know, you got family like your mother and stuff, and all of those people have different liberties and different levels of respect. You know what I mean? It almost puts a hierarchy on the people.
It do.
It almost does. Like, the same way people be like, yo, my kids come first. You respect your kids more than anybody else. Yeah. Just as much as yourself. Number one, hierarchy, you know what I mean?
Yeah, please don't ever be in competition with anybody and their kids. Please, never. That would, somebody who loves their kids, that's always going to be a win situation for them and a lose for the other person.
Even if you're the other parent.
Yeah.
Yeah, even if you're a mom in competition with a dad or vice versa. Dad in competition with the mom. It's gonna be a losing battle. I love my child.
Yeah.
Number one.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that shit gets tricky because it's like everybody is in a relationship, and whether you want to say it's with the title or not, it's all kind of ships out here, you know what I'm saying? We in a big ass ocean, there's a ship sailing every fucking where, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
ships out this motherfucker.
So you just gotta be understanding of, like, if I got a whole family over here, I'm gonna respect everybody with common decency. But depending on where they're at, depending on how much I'm willing to follow each one of them, you know what I'm saying? So not like they get any less respect, but this one I trust his decision making more, so I respect him more to follow his lead, you know what I'm saying? Instead of feeling like I need to figure it out, or I need the answer, or question it, or just pound it, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, man. Yeah, and even like when I'm thinking about relationships, when I step into a relationship and I'm allowed to be who I am rather than be expected to conform to like a title or a construct, it develops into something that's more beautiful than I can put a title on.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's a lot of respect, and that's a lot of love.
Yeah, man. Like, and even through that, like, I learned to...
That's a lot of confidence as well.
That. And we can talk about that, too, because...
That's a lot of confidence, because allowing somebody to be themselves and, like, respect them on that level, you know what I'm saying? You don't respect somebody if you have to go through their phone, if you have to go through their computers, you know, if you have to take things from them, you know, if you have to do certain sneaky manipulative things. You don't respect them, you know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter how you look at it or whatever you think you're justifying it with, or what you think you're getting from it, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't respect that person.
And what that really means is you don't respect yourself. Because Trak and I speak all the time, and we let it be known that whatever we say to each other, we're saying to ourselves. Like, we realize that, well, when people interact with and see people and things that are a reflection of them. You know what I mean? So when I'm talking to Trak, I know it's a reflection of me. I'm talking to myself. Like, whatever he's coming to me about, I know it's something within me as well. You know what I mean? So
and
that
vice
means
versa.
Vice versa. So that means if I'm going through somebody's phone, I don't respect them, I don't respect myself as well.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot of respect lost. You know what I'm saying? So but when you have that type of level of respect, you know what I'm saying, you don't have to. The respect is going to be within yourself first, and then it's going to be towards the other person. But then you don't have to indulge in those kind of things, you know what I'm saying? You will be able to communicate. And communicate means being able to talk and listen, you know what I'm saying? Like, we all can hear the words, but you have to actually be intuitively listening, you know what I'm saying? So,
and a lot of the times you can tell whether you're listening for yourself or you're listening for the greater good of the situation if whatever you're listening for and whatever you're saying only benefits or mainly benefits you.
Yeah.
How you feel, your comfortability, what you would prefer. You know what I mean?
So, if somebody repeatedly asks you a question, would that have anything to do with respect? Would you think that?
Well, and we can equate this to respect, because if I'm speaking to you logically and I answer your question, or I don't answer your question, you should get the answer regardless.
Say you answered it, but you get repeated the question over and over and over. We're
having an emotional conversation right now. We're not even having a logical conversation. I'm not engaging in this conversation. I'm not speaking with my emotion. If I'm going to speak from just my perspective and what I want and what I feel, then we're not going to get anywhere, because that's what you're speaking from. That's what I'm speaking from. We're not trying to work towards anything but our preferences.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So would you think that would be less respect for somebody, or since they're kind of leaning in their perspective and not really intaking the conversation?
I mean, once is a mistake. Twice, maybe you needed some repetition to learn. After that second time, the respect is going down. Because the first time it was like, I'm looking. Second time it was just like, that's your mistake.
Yeah.
Because you got me looking. I wasn't even looking at first. Now you made a mistake. Now it's a problem. The respect goes down after the second time, every time. And the thing is, if you're a person that has just made a mistake and you invested so much into yourself and other people, that won't matter that much, because you've invested so much into yourself, into the other person, that people make mistakes. But if you're not putting forth any effort on anything, yourself or anything else, then what do I have to respect? You started out at the level you came in on, and you just took away from it. You know what I mean? Like,
and I think people use that with control as well. You know what I'm saying? So,
in what way?
Like,
ways.
So for like that similar situation, you know what I'm saying? So they'll use that kind of perspective to kind of attack you. And then when you are unresponsive after multiple questions, you know, because you already been interrogated already, basically. When they keep asking, it's a form of control, because now it's just, I want you to answer. I want you to answer. I'm commanding you to answer.
Answer the way I want you to answer.
I'm commanding you to answer and say anything.
Yeah.
So that's how you can kind of tell where your respect level is at if somebody's asking multiple times too, because if they asking multiple times and you give them another perspective or different, you figure out another way to reword your question or your answer, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna come back with something different if they was trying to get to somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
We were having a logical conversation. Yeah. Hey, this didn't work. Let me try to do it from this angle.
Yeah.
Yeah, because maybe they didn't get it. But if I'm speaking from, and that's the thing, I can't argue your emotion, because that's how you feel. Yeah. There's nothing I can say to change how you feel inside of you. So that's why we can't have those conversations with more than one person unless we're just talking about our emotions and venting. Yeah. You know what I mean? Or looking for a solution outside of the person, if we're not just having a logical conversation. Yeah. Because it's just how you feel. It's your personal experience and your personal perspective. You're not equating the reality of the world and my reality as well. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that all comes down to a respect level. So like, we could speak that for as far as opposite sex relationships, but then we could utilize that for business. Me and bro had situations just kind of going through, starting out, and everything just keep kind of elevating, you know what I'm saying? But the respect level was so much higher, and the steps were taken on both ends of the spectrum that it wasn't looked at sideways, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like a toxic situation. Yeah. And that's the thing, man. Like, that's where confidence comes in. And we talked about balance before, but confidence and being balanced, man, because when you're having situations or conversations and you're speaking from your mind and your emotions are connected to it and a physical action follows, it may seem a certain way because of the past, you know what I mean, because of how you were taught, because of things you were seeing. But that's where it's good to be in tune with your spirit and who you truly are, and be confident and have unconditional love for the people that you deal with. You know what I mean? To know that it's never really going to go to that level, and even if it do, it can be mended. It's not even broken. Yeah. It just had to go to that level.
But it's such a high level of respect. But when there's a low level of respect, for me, prime example, after, you know, getting out of the situation with the mother of my child, you know what I'm saying? It was like anybody that I was gonna deal with on that kind of level, I was gonna be very up for it about everything. You know what I'm saying? My spiritual contracts and the physical contracts. You know what I'm saying? So there wasn't gonna be no more. Oh, okay. Well, I assume we spent this much time, so this is where we should be at, or this is the title that we get, or this is the label that we get. No, I respect myself enough. I'm confident in myself enough, and I'm gonna stand on what I said and what I believe in. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I addressed all these things in the beginning, you know what I'm saying, then there should be some progression. But if it's still tug and pull, then that shows that there is a very low level of respect there. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, man, and that's very respectful. That's something that after my last relationship, before I got into my previous one, I said any female that I speak to in general, I'm gonna let them know as well. I'm confident enough in myself as a man to let them know that I'm the truth. I'm going to tell you the truth, and you may not like it. And I'm not saying it like that. I'm just saying the truth. You know, in every situation.
Yeah, you're saying it like that with confidence.
With confidence,
we shouldn't have to say it like that. You know what I'm saying? Because you're confidently saying it. So
because realistically, don't nobody just come out there and be like, "You stink, bitch." It's like that's not how you deliver things. You know what I mean? Like, that's not how anybody wants to be talked to. That's not the right energy. You know what I mean? You have to be able to be yourself and be the truth. I believe that's what a man is. A man is the truth. A man is accountability. That's my value. My word is my bond. That's all I have. You know what I mean?
I feel like that's what makes you, I guess, in this world we would say real. You know what I'm saying? It's like you walking that walk. You know what I'm saying? You talking that talk. You backing everything up. You know what I'm saying? You showing and proving.
Yeah.
It's not just saying something and then nothing behind it. It's not doing nothing or doing something and then no continuance or follow up. You know what I'm saying? Like, anybody could start to bake a cake. You know what I'm saying? How many people gonna finish it?
And one of the biggest things is it's not doing like with the textbook real nigga, street nigga man would do. It's doing what you know as a man to do. Yeah. And standing on your beliefs, whatever it is that you believe in, you know what I'm saying, long as it's
organic and it's genuine to the universe and it's healthy, you know what I'm saying? It's not nothing harmful, but
yeah, of course, and we have to say these things because there are people who are well versed in things like these, and there are people who are just stepping into it. So there has to be reference points for everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So that's when we gotta be in tune and just keep a good level of respect for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And constantly have a good level of respect with yourself.
Most important.
You know what I'm saying?
Most important.
Big facts. Constantly working and growing and improving. You know what I'm saying? Acknowledging all your experiences. You know what I'm saying? And picking out the light. You know what I'm saying? Even from the worst situations. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I put some respect on all my situations. We've been talking about people, but I put some respect on all my situations. You know what I'm saying? Not 100% of them, but about 90% of them. Like,
yeah, man. Some people, that's the thing. Some people, you just like, it's not like you don't respect them. You just feel the energy. You just be like, yo, I'm not digging that energy. I'm just leave that where it is.
Yeah.
So they're just neutral. It's not even like you dislike or like them. So if anything happened with people like that, it make you feel completely different. That's different from a respect level right there. That's different from a respect level right there. Giving somebody a chance?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah, some people don't fully comprehend, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, for me, like, I respect organic and genuine people right off the rip. You know what I'm saying? Like, automatically at a higher level than the average bot. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how it works in my world. You know what I'm saying? So I try to make sure, like, it starts off somewhere like right here, and then depending on my interactions with that person, you know what I'm saying, I don't care what kind of relationship it is, you know what I'm saying, depending on their actions, it's gonna bump it up or down.
Yeah, without question. And this is the thing, you might feel certain ways, like, but you can't let how you feel dictate how you perceive someone's character and like who someone is. You know what I mean? Like, you might be like, damn, you might not prefer what they do. You might not even like what they do, but you can respect what they do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but some shit just not respectable. Like,
without question.
You can get, man, look, that shit don't fucking matter if it's still being ill, sneaky shit done behind the doors. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't no justification for your sneaky shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I don't see how a snake go look at and do some shit when somebody was up front, and then you looking around and now you're trying to justify like your actions.
Yeah, man.
That process is it. There's no respect.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say to shit like that. As you can see, like, I'm just over here like, yeah, I don't know what you, yeah, what are you supposed to say? Because I don't know what to say. Like, that's what I be saying to people like that. Like, what you expect me to do? Like, you did it. Yeah.
But people use that shit. It'd be like, oh, that I'm crazy, or that's crazy, or he crazy, she crazy. So. Like,
if you say so, I'm just saying you did it. Like,
that's not crazy. That's no respect.
You know what I love?
There's a difference between being crazy and having no respect.
I'm gonna tell you what y'all should imagine when people do stuff to y'all like this. Think about when they tell the story to other people that have logic and what them people are thinking about them motherfuckers, bro.
Yeah.
That is the fun thing, because you be like, yo, they really trying to, you ever had somebody tell you some shit, you like, they really trying to get this shit off on me, yo. Like, you don't even say nothing to them. You just so shocked that they trying to get it off that you can't even rebut it. Like, you just leave it there. You just like, yo, this. You start looking at yourself like, do I look this gullible? Like, am I really this?
Yeah, people will take that shit and run with it. They really will. Like, but you think I'm stupid?
You tried to get this off on me, didn't you? I'm the nigga to get this off on, right?
Look, the wrong one to be trying it on. You know what I'm saying?
I know. That's right.
I do too much self-reflecting and work. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with the universe too heavy.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
yeah,
you only slapping yourself while you in your inner space focused on some other shit. How you can be more disrespectful, like.
Yeah, man.
That's still gonna turn back around on you. You've already focused your energy there. Your energy has already been there. So then once you put the intentions behind it, and then you carry out the actions, you already set it in motion. It's already a done deal. The universe can already receive the message.
Yeah, man. It's funny, man, because to an extent, it depends on the relationship and like the how long you've had the relationship and like where you're at in a relationship.
Yeah.
It may get to a point where you just be like, you know what? If this is what you want to do, I'm gonna let you do it. I'm gonna let you do it. Cause you ain't hurting nobody but you.
Facts.
Man, I'm gonna just let you do it.
Facts.
Go ahead.
Facts. And that should be crazy to me because I don't understand, like, if you around somebody who is pushing to do better, why aren't you pushing to do better? Like, they're putting more respect on you than you're putting on yourself. They're respecting you enough to stay around for your toxic shit. You know what I'm saying? To try to help formulate or give you perspective or whatever the case may be. Physically, spiritually, anything. You know what I'm saying? But
and let me be clear that was the freedom that I needed to become the person that I need to be. I needed the freedom to figure out who I was, whether that be making a mistake in somebody else's eyes. But for me, it's trial and error. I wasn't really taught like that.
Somebody's not controlling him.
Yeah.
Control. It's a form of control.
And
you know what I'm saying? Like, yes, the same, she knows the same ideology is out there, you know what I'm saying?
And then you don't control the other person.
Yeah.
So when something happened that people say that, hey, this will crush you. You shouldn't like this. Or this is a no-no. You look at it and you handle it different. Because you like, okay, this happened over here with me. This happened over here with this person. All right, let me be the leader to work through this. Let me be the example to lead through this, because I ain't never seen it either.
Yeah.
So let me be it. And then once you become that, you become that. I became the example. I became the person. You know what I mean? She was way better morally than I was. You know what I mean? Morally, to the point where I thought the government sent my girl. I was like, who the fuck sent you, man? Who sent you?
Yeah.
For 3 months. Who sent you? Who sent you? I'm doing different tricks. I'm acting like I'm good, trying to look at shit to see if I'm, just because I had never seen it and I didn't believe it was real, because it wasn't real in my world.
Yeah.
Based on how I felt, based on my experiences.
And for me, like, having my past experiences, if I bump into any energies that resemble anything, like the last energy I that I horribly disliked. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm gonna know. You're not gonna be able to trick me. Plus, I'm somebody who's super self-aware. Like, this shit just doesn't work on everybody. Like, it only works, certain tricks only work on bots, you know what I'm saying? But people who work on themselves know themselves, you know what I'm saying? And like, constantly progressing and moving forward, they give everybody that same respect, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit don't work. That's control. That's not even respect. And when that shit happens, it's like those kind of energies want to control something, like a puppet or like a puppy.
Yeah, and I'm glad you said control, because there's levels to things that you could do to take the respect away. You could do something that's a mistake, or you could do something where you're clearly trying to manipulate me.
Yeah.
And that's completely different.
Yeah.
That respect level is either completely the fuck up out of there, or it's significantly fucking cut.
So once you do something like that, and for me being in the system, I know how to just, maneuver around that shit. And you ain't got to worry about getting nothing up out of me, whatever you looking for, you know what I'm saying? It's only going to be my way or no way. So that shit just doesn't work.
Yeah, straight up.
Yeah. The control goes... It'll fuck up a lot of respect, you know what I'm saying? So the only form of control you got is over yourself.
Without question.
It's over yourself.
Without question.
Whole process, boy.
And you know what? Yeah, we can't get into it, but I will say they get deep, man, because the deeper you control yourself, you realize the deeper you control your reality.
Yeah. So anytime you feel like you want to point the finger at somebody, it still just loops back at yourself.
Yeah.
You know this. So, yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a tough one. And I think a lot of people, that's hard to eat too. That's hard to eat.
That's accountability. That's what a man is.
Yeah.
Oh, let me see. Is it my fault? Okay. Nigga, I done tried to take the blame about 22 times right now. 27. 30. It's not my fault. What's going on here? That's accountability, yo. Like, that's when you can... I'm the truth, man. I can come in here and be like, this ain't right. Because I know. I done checked myself 17 times.
But the work is showing. Some people will say that shit and they just being fucking weak and trying to throw a pity party.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, you'll see the footwork behind it. It's a lot of pity party going on now.
Oh, you'll see the footwork and you'll see the results if you ain't put in the footwork, too. You're going to be like, man, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to hit.
Fuck up.
Who came with him? You might get hit. You better make... Somebody might hit you. You better make sure you got...
This motherfucker talking?
If it's a warrior spirit up in that motherfucker, they might hit you.
Talking?
Somebody might, like me, I might try to be like, hey, man, this ain't the... You might want to...
This motherfucker talking?
Yeah, you know. So, yeah, make sure you got the experience and you know you are the truth. And you come with the truth when you're doing it.
Yeah, that shit gets tricky. That shit gets tricky.
I don't know what happened. I just tried to speak.
Nah, you know what happened. You know what happened. You tricked yourself. You don't even know how to play chess.
Yeah.
You don't even know how to play chess. Should be mind blowing. Like, if you know yourself and you know how to play chess, it's almost like a double whammy when trying to maneuver in the physical world and in the spiritual world, because you kind of grasp the concept better of having more moves set up ahead.
And I was gonna say it on the opposite end, but the same way. I was gonna say, you have so much perspective that you expect other people to have at least a percentage.
Yeah, a higher percentage.
A higher percentage of what? Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, you be like, God damn, bro. Like, I'm not mad. And then you gotta explain, like, I'm not mad at you. It's the situation. You know what I mean? Like,
but then it's always an explanation.
Yeah.
But the explanation comes with the respect.
Yeah.
The explanation comes with the respect, because once I lose that respect, I ain't saying shit. Cause that shit is up to you to figure it out.
It's like I'm not trying to down you. It's just I thought we was more together. You know what I mean? Like, I thought we was more together. Like,
yeah,
I just thought we was more together than this.
When you, and this is as far as like when shit isn't working as a team, really, in any ship you on.
Yeah, I'm hard on myself, man. If you don't perceive what I'm saying, I'm like, if you don't get what I want you to see when a car riding by, I'm like, God damn, you ain't. I said your name 4 times, you couldn't get it by the time. I timed it. I was like, it's coming right here. Yo, you ain't get it by the 4th, yo.
Nah, I missed it, bro. I was on my phone.
I'm so hard.
I was trying to send this last message out. I was almost done.
But again, that's a reflection of how hard I am on myself. And that's how I know when I talk to other people, I'm talking to myself, because that's how hard I am on myself. I'm like, yo, get it. Right.
Some people, I'm like that with some people.
Yeah,
with all people.
People I love,
like
deeply. Yeah.
Yeah, it's different. It's different. Like, this shit is different. This shit is different. You make me want to put my head down. This shit is different.
Yeah, we be spiritually jonesing the shit out of each other, man.
That's why you gotta get in tune with yourself, because we can communicate telepathy.
Yeah.
You have to understand.
Yeah.
But that's what also when you gotta have a certain level of respect with somebody, you know what I'm saying? You're just not gonna give a fuck about somebody and just think you're gonna be able to do that shit.
Yeah.
No, what's gonna happen is if you're connected, you'll be able to read their steps.
Yeah. Positive and negative.
Yeah.
Positive and negative. If some shit pop in your head and you just like, oh nah, not that. Not him. Not her. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I told you.
Cool.
I told you.
Cool.
I told you.
Cool.
Yeah. That shit crazy. But on that note, we're gonna wrap this thing up, you know what I'm saying? It's been another dope episode of the TrakBeatz podcast. You know what I'm saying? Y'all make sure y'all stay in tune with us, you know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all tap into Vinegar Hill. They got a lot of dope everything. Even the history is mind blowing, you know what I'm saying? So definitely get in tune, you know what I'm saying? We got Cheno Bliss in the building with us as always, you know what I'm saying? I'm your boy TrakBeatz, and we're signing out.